Okay, I am live. I don't know if anybody is going to see this. I don't know if anybody is tuning in. I don't know anything, but I want to do a live stream next week with Dr. Gladys Garcia. So I thought I would just come on, hook up the microphone, hook up the webcam, and see if it works. Of course, I have no way of knowing if it's working or not. Uh, I can see myself on the screen, but I don't know if my microphone is working. So I'm hoping that somebody will come on and tell me. Um, Anybody. GMA, it's working, Don. It's working, brother. Oh, man, you can actually hear me, huh? I'm getting ready for. Hello, Mark. Hey, there's Mark. My God, I can't believe this. So, yeah, good. I wasn't sure, because the first time we did this, it was kind of a bit of a challenge. As you remember, Ace, we had trouble. I don't remember. I discovered that I can't do a live stream just from the laptop. I have to have a webcam or something. Yeah, webcam. Or I could do it from my phone. Who knows? That might work too. But I didn't want to actually use up the resources on my phone, so I thought I would just do it on the computer. So how's everything going? Everybody's doing okay, I guess. I hope so anyway. I'm going to talk as long as I've got something to say. And when I get bored, I'll quit. Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, GM or Ace, I got to give you. By the way, it really was cool meeting your parents the other day. Stella, I asked Stella if she had a nice conversation with your mother, and she said she's awful young. So, and I thought she was too. I thought she was awful young to have two full grown boys. So you can pass that on to your mother, okay? I'm sure she would probably be glad to hear it. So the audio is okay. I haven't adjusted anything. My gain on the mic here is set about the halfway point, and I don't. It's kind of weird that I don't have any way to actually see my gain, my audio gain. To me, that's more important than anything else. Uh, so, Mark, what are you up to, buddy? How's it going? I assume you're still in Spain, right? I hope you are anyway. Great. What's the sound like? Good. Audio's perfect. Chan Dio. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I don't know if that's a guy or girl. Hi, Susan. Thank you. I appreciate that. Most on his YouTube channel. Not trying to sell anything. No, I have nothing for sale. I have nothing for sale. I mean, I know there are other YouTubers out there that they monetize their channel. I mean, my channel's monetized, so I get a little bit of money from YouTube on advertising. I'll be honest, I average about $150 a month, which doesn't even pay for my equipment. But I don't really don't need the money. I'm not doing this for money. There are other YouTubers that need to be monetized and need to raise money so that they can support their channel and also make a living. And I don't blame them for that. And I don't want to take away from them either. So, but no, Studio WJ, your English you're typing great English. I wish we could talk, but no, you're typing great English. My friend, you will be surprised. Try 30 frames per second. Okay, I don't think I have that control because this is a webcam on that I've got hooked up to USB port on my computer, my laptop. I do 30 frames per second on my camera, but on this webcam, I don't know if it'll even give me control of that or not. Ace, maybe do you know? And I don't know. I don't even know what the resolution is set at. It looks good on my screen. I can see me. It looks like I'm a little bit bright. I think I do have some control over that. Let me take a look, and I think I might can Bluetooth devices, cameras. There's my webcam. I can actually turn the brightness down a little bit. There, it's like it's already down a little bit, but there. But I don't have any control over resolution or frames per second or anything. So, sorry. Let's see if I can get out of that without killing my session. So it's kind of I was kind of surprised. I woke up this morning and looked out my window and it was blue skies, clear skies. No, not a single cloud in the sky. And I have my curtains closed right now because it's so much light that comes in from especially when the sun is shining. The resolution is something I can never figure out. I'll explain that to you next time I see you, Ace. Resolution. Yeah, so many frames per second because you got to remember that in video, every frame is a picture. And there's Judy Sherrick. Hi, Judy. My voice is breaking up. That's because I'm old. Oh, God. Richard. Hello, Don. Hi, Richard. How are you? And voice is now cutting out. Well, I don't know what to do about that. That's not good. I got to figure that out. I'm hooked up. Is it, hey, GM Mace, is it breaking up to you or is that just, maybe that's on the other end? I don't know. Okay. Judy, it might be on your end. I don't try to lay the blame off on somebody else, but so, and then there is Yimmy. Hi, Yimmy. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. I can't believe it. There's actually 19 people on board right now. That's unbelievable. Could be your connectivity. I'm in a really good, let me see I'll do a speed test right now and see what exactly my network is doing right now. Normally, it's really, really good. It is, yeah, I'm hitting 300 megabits per second on my download speed and 146 on my upload speed. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there it is in living color. So next week, not next Monday, but the Monday after next, I'm going to do a live stream with Dr. Gladys Garcia. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. I'm hoping that we can go a couple hours. She's going to be here in my apartment live, and we're going to talk about all kinds of things health related. Oh, the next cooking show, believe me, there's one coming. Stella is so excited about doing these cooking shows. She had so much fun doing that, and she loves to cook. And I'll tell you what, folks, she's got 40 plus years experience cooking, and she knows how to put a meal together. And I told her, I said, let's start thinking of some ideas, and we'll put together something, you know. The next show, we're going to do the peanut butter soup. It's going to be sometime the next couple of weeks. So I'll be sure. Stella needs her own cooking channel. I know, Mad Madam. I know that. And matter of fact, that's really what I'm pushing for is to help her start her own show. What we have to do is we have to come up with a good location for it because we need here. I just have my little kitchen, which is not much of a kitchen. And her place is like 100 years old. She's got a pretty good sized kitchen. We may consider doing it there. That's something that I'll have to really seriously consider, but we're going to do it somewhere, even if I have to go rent a place and maybe just move and get a better place and do Stella's Kitchen. What do you guys think would be a good name? Stella's Kitchen, Cooking with Stella, Stella Cooks, Historical Kitchen. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and I'll tell you something, Bob. She was shy about getting in front of that camera. It's the hardest thing in the world to get her to want to get in front of the camera. When I did her interview a few months ago, that took months to get her to agree to. I couldn't get her to agree because she, it's not so much that she's shy. She thinks that she doesn't speak good English. So, and I keep telling her, I said, you speak it better than I speak Spanish. And the only problem that she has with the English language really is writing it. Some of the stuff that she writes is pretty comical. I could write a little short book about it, and it'd probably be a good book. So thanks, Bob. Yeah, I'll let her know. She read all the comments from everybody that left comments during our video, and she was really, I think she was really flattered, by all the comments because everybody loves Stella, myself included. There's what is there not to like about her? She's super nice woman. She knows so many people in this area. She does so much good for the community, and she is the most helpful person you can ever want to meet. It's amazing what she has done to help me with, uh, you know, with Mark. I mean, with Mark Bradbury in the hospital and so forth. Cooking with Stella, Stella's Kitchen. Yep. There's my buddy Mark Burgraff. Good to see you, buddy. Stella got no time for a cooking channel. She's a busy woman. Well, we'll make time. Stella is charming and her English is excellent. Yeah, I agree. Just go on. Hi, Don. Hi, Kathy. So, yeah. And, believe it or not, folks, it may not seem like it to you. You may, um, if there's anybody shy, it's really me. I am painfully shy. I don't know how I get the nerve to do this. I don't know how I do it. And when somebody else aims a camera at me, I just like shut down big time. And I thought Stella was going to be that way too, but I think once she found out how easy it was, the better it was for her. See, Mark, yeah, say stay a little closer. Say keep a consistent distance. I just wonder if maybe next time I ought to use one of my other microphones instead of this guy right here. This guy right here is a Chinese mic. It's made by Boya. I bought it from a shop in Guayaquil, and I don't really use it very much. But it was when Ace and I did our live stream. We used this mic, and it worked for both of us. So take it easy, Robert. What's Robert saying? I don't know. Yeah, getting in front of the camera, especially when you're by yourself. I think that's really the key to it for me is just me being by myself, being here. Because I mean, one thing about it, I mean, I can always just shut it off and start over again. And I've done that. I've recorded videos and uh, yeah, right, Mark. The Chinese government can probably hear me clearly. KG, the weather here sucks. It's been horrible. We are not in our winter season. We should be in our winter season. I should be putting on a fleece at night when I go out at night after the sun goes down. If we were not getting it, El Nino is here. The forecasters have predicted it'll be here until the end of the year, and I think they're right. So far they're dead on. It should be cooling down a lot right by now, and it's just not doing it. And we've had a lot of rain. We've just had more rain than we can deal with. I wish I could take my camera and show you all the water stains from all over the place where we got flooded. I'm on the ninth floor of this building and I got flooded. Can you believe it? I got flooded on the ninth floor of this building. It's the top floor of this building. The water comes on the balcony and under the door, comes through the walls, outside walls, through the ceiling, into the false ceiling, and nobody's going to do anything about it. Yeah, Kathy, or KG. The El Nino is the whole Equatorian region is affected by El Nino. And it's my understanding that the United States is being affected by, or North America is being affected by La Nina. No, Judy, earthquake cracks. This building here, believe it or not, is extremely safe from earthquakes. And the only damage, cracks and so forth, are all superficial cracks. They're cracks that's in the plaster. They are repairing the cracks on the building right now, and it's all cosmetic. It's all not no. There are no structural cracks in this building whatsoever. So the cracks. One of these days, I'll do in one of my videos. The next TAT or something like that, I'll take some pictures. I'll show you some pictures of the work they're doing on the building as we speak. I'm surprised we don't hear them right now. And what they're doing is they're going along and they're milling out the cracks, filling them in with more mud, and then painting over them. And they only go like that deep into the crack. And it's like, it's all strictly cosmetic cracks in the actual outer layer of the cement that's been sprayed on the walls. I know hell is hot, but it is humid. It is humid. I love the Phoenix heat. I love the heat from Phoenix. I really miss it. I'm sitting on the beach in Vero Beach, Florida, Mark Bradbury's old stomping grounds. We are in week 4 of heat indices over 100. Can't do much. I know what you mean, Kathy. I know you need to come to Ecuador. You know, there's humidity here, but not like Florida. Not at all like Florida. So we have 27 people on now. How about that, man? That's unbelievable. I didn't expect this kind of a turnout. I thought I was just going to get on here, just do test, and that would be it. Yeah. Oh yeah, folks. Don't forget to like the video. If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you like this video and this live stream, smash that thumbs up button. And if you didn't like it, you know, you can bite me. And I say that with peace and love. And I'm not going anywhere, but I don't know where that came from. I don't know where I came up with that idea of saying that. And I hope that people don't take it the wrong way. You know, one thing I'm really curious about, and I want to ask you about this, Ace. I wish that YouTube would give us the ability to turn off the likes and unlikes. And I'll tell you the reason why. I like seeing all the likes, but I really, really hate seeing an unlike. And there's somebody out there in YouTube land that absolutely, I mean, I can have my video posted 10 seconds and there's a thumbs down. Thumbs down. Cassie, are you coming to the coast or are you going to be in the mountains? Coming to Manta or Cuenca? I always like to know where people are going. Say you're going to be here in January, Paul. That's going to be here sooner than you think. And of course, you can't cut out dead air in a live stream. The place next year. The place right next door to me, KG, is an Airbnb. There's only 2 apartments on this floor, mine and the one that's right next door. It's the same apartment as mine. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's probably 1,000 square feet, maybe, if it's that big. I think the Airbnb price, I think it's $800 a month, but I'm not sure about that. And I don't know. I have to see if I can find it on Airbnb and look it up. So, okay, Kathy, you come to Manta. Oh, that's great. Yeah, we'll get Ace down here and either that or we'll drive up to Puerto Viejo and go. There's a Dulce and Cremoso. There's actually a couple Dulce and Cremosos in Puerto Viejo, so we could do that. You wouldn't be the first one, KG. There's been quite a few of my subscribers that have been right next door and didn't even know I lived here. and then we run into each other out in the hallway. I've had several people tell me who I am. So it's amazing. I'm so glad I got these people to remind me. Catch meow out here. Sorry, no time to watch now. It's like, okay, catch meow. Hasta luego. It's going to be 104 there today. Where you are, Mark? Are you serious? Where you live, it's going to be 104. You're not in Phoenix. I know you're not in Phoenix. There's my buddy, perfectly lonely traveler. The negative yellow fever test is required for returning to the U.S. from EC. I've not heard that. And I'll tell you what, Monday after next, I'm doing a live stream with Dr. Garcia, and that'll be a good thing to talk about. I'll make a note of that, okay? And we'll talk about vaccines and so forth, which you have to have coming into this country or going out. When I remember coming in, I asked my doctor in the States about what, vaccinations I would need. You're welcome. And he said the only thing he was concerned about is if I was going to go to the Amazon. And I wasn't, so he said, "Don't worry about it. You don't need anything." But I haven't heard anything about anything being required to go back. I just saw a comment there that I didn't get to read. Someone bombs his likes on a video, then YouTube probably knows it's people trolling. Yeah, I agree with that too. It could be. Could be. Yeah, you booked for September. I'm sure thinking about having you bring me something, Mark. And you know what I'm talking about. um, there's malaria in Florida right now. 7 folks from mosquitoes. Oh my. Uh, why didn't you come in, Jason? Why didn't you just come on in and join us? Or maybe you did, and I didn't remember. I meet so many people, folks. I hope nobody gets offended if I don't remember names. I've had people said, "You remember me?" I had breakfast with you, and then I go, oh, it's. I have 6,000 subscribers. Thank God I don't have 80,000 like some other people do, probably like Ace. But it's really difficult to remember all of these people. I mean, even the really wonderfuls. Uh, Perfectly alone. You're going to be here in September 12th. That's good. Well, I sure hope you come see me because I want to sit down and talk shop with you. You know what I'm talking about. We'll talk photography. So, and I have a noise. I'm hearing a noise from something. Leave it to me. Do a live stream and I get noise. Okay, Kathy, I guarantee you. Yeah, I'm going to hold you to that. All right. But you won't be able to bring your dogs because it's such a problem bringing dogs into restaurants. Well, actually, it's not. I take that back. 100% because my buddy Mike brings Gracie in to Dulcie and she sits on the table with us and gives us kisses. And then I put her in the seat next to me. And so, yeah, bring your dogs. Okay. The one I'm thinking about is that in the mall, you're not allowed to walk your dog in the mall unless it's a service related dog and you literally have to carry your animal. Can you believe it? You have to carry your dog. I don't see why. I don't. What's wrong with just putting a leash on them and let them and bring them on in? I don't get that at all. But they make the rules, not me. I got to knock something off my screen there. There we go. Oh no, STP, no, not anything like Mesa. I mean, hot for here is 81 degrees, 82 degrees, and humidity gets up there. I mean, I was used to 110 degrees with no humidity in Mesa. And then you come here and you get 80 degrees and you get 60, 70% humidity. It's a completely different game. Oh, that's okay, Jason. Next time you're here, you see me in the mall, come on in, grab a chair, okay? Everybody's welcome. I always have somebody sitting with me at the breakfast table almost every single morning. Almost every morning. Woody and Bella are staying in Florida for this trip. They'll come. Okay. Woody and Bella. Yes, I agree. I agree, Ace. Go bowling. I want to go bowling. I'd love to go bowling. Let's see here. I hope I'm not missing anybody's message. If I miss somebody, I got perfectly lonely traveler. I got to tell you guys about this guy. He's. Hope you don't mind. I can't remember your name. I think it's Scott. Right? Is it Scott? Let me know here. Perfectly lonely traveler. Is your name Scott? Uh, I met him last year. Tall guy. Yes, it is Scott. So, see, I remember. And he's a photographer and he takes awesome, he carries a backpack, travels all over the South America, stays in hospital. He's 77 years old, healthy as can be. And really, I kind of envy this guy because he's just he's a lonely traveler. He just travels by himself and stays in hostels, but he stays in hostels with a private room. And when you came here last time, you didn't stay long. That we didn't really get a chance to, spending time together than meeting. Uh, oh, oh, but anyway, I'll be glad to see. I can't wait for you to come back, and we need to go. I have a car this time, and what we need to do is go somewhere and do some photography. So Philip Jordan said, "It's my experience that Don is not grumpy, maybe old but a great person. My wife and I have been breakfast and lunch, and hopefully soon dinner. Cheers! Thank you, Phil." Phil and Sue Jordan just built a house on the awesomely beautiful golf course in Monte Cristi, and man, talk about nice area. I may end up there someday. VIVIR Amar Or. Probably slaughtered your name. But anyway, hello. It's good to see you. Vivi. Is that Vivi? Okay. Vivi. That's the way I see it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. STP, the Phoenix monsoon season. No, I do not forget that. Believe me. The Phoenix monsoon season is also when we get the humidity because it brings it in full force. And it usually, if I remember right, it would come in like mid-July and last through all of July and sometimes August and sometimes up into September. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I lived there 13 years and I can remember some awesome monsoon storms that would come blowing through. So, Dubuque, Iowa, Chuck Mobley from Dubuque, Iowa. Don, my wife and I went to Quito and Cuenca last month. We also made bongos. Good. I'm glad you did that. We love Ecuador and hope to get back next year. Good. I'm glad you liked it. Uh, no, the bogus ticket, the ticket situation. Oh boy, I should probably do another video. So I don't know if I made everybody aware, but I got another one. But I have my lawyers filed a denuncia last week. So now any future tickets from Wykill, they're just kind of go in a never land until they kind of figure out what to do about it. They're going to be all of them are going to be dismissed. We finally got to see uh, pictures, high resolution pictures of the car that's supposed to be my car, but there's so many differences between the two. It's not even funny. So it's a slam dunk for me, but it's a hassle. I've had to spend quite a bit of money for this attorney, and it would have been cheaper to pay the tickets, but I don't want the points. I don't lose the points, and I don't want it on my record. So, no, that's ongoing, Madam Mimosa. It's ongoing. So, the Phoenix monsoon season, is it worse than summer in Manta? No. The summer in Manta is much easier to deal with. Quito and Manta, daily flights. KG, there's a one daily flight that, no, I think there's two. There's one in the early morning hours and one in the late or early evening hours. I believe there's two flights a day between Manta and Quito. I know there's one, but I think because I know people that have left at like 7:30 in the morning and gone to keto, and I've picked up people at 6:30 in the evening that came from keto. Now, whether they're both every day, I don't know that. But you can look up Latam, Latam, air, and find out. So, yeah, the VB, Stella, thank you for your kind words. I appreciate it. And believe me, folks, I can be grumpy. I am the epitome of curmudgeonry, if that's such a word. I am the curmudgeon, the Monte curmudgeon. Maybe that's what I should call myself, the Monte curmudgeon instead of grumpy old gringo. But yeah, I mean, I'm a bit of a grump, and Stella knows that about me, and I've had to tell her, let it go in one ear and out the next because I grump. I grump a lot, and it's just my nature. I'm just that kind of a person. But I also got the biggest heart of anybody you can ever want to meet, and can be a bit generous. You know, I try to be very conservative about my generosity, but I certainly don't mind helping people out with whatever they need. You know, grumpiness is just part of my character. It's just a lot of people. I know it's kind of a funny thing for this channel, Grumpy Old Gringo, but there's a lot more truth to it than you know. So, but I always just tell people, just ignore it, just let it just go over. I tell Stella, just let it go over. You know, just, and she pretty much she pretty much understands it now. So you can get a direct flight from Atlanta to Quito. What about what about from Atlanta to Panama City? So I've heard that's a better flight. I think you can get flights. Well, there's a lot of flights that are there's a lot of flights coming up. Copa Airlines, folks, look up Copa. There's flights from points and destinations in the United States to go to Panama City and come straight into Manta. So as well as Quito. So do your homework, okay? Uh, yeah, getting older entitles you to be grumpy. STP says, love this format. Appreciate your time and expertise. I don't know about the expertise, but I try. I try to do the best I can. I try to be as accurate as I can. I'm not always right, but you know, as everybody knows, I don't give advice. I do give certain advice, and usually my advice is to consult the professionals and when you really want real advice, not a YouTuber. Yeah, see, Mark says Copa Airlines LAX to Manta round trip is $336. So for those of you on the West Coast, there's your deal right there. So KG said you can get a direct flight from Atlanta to Quito and would need to get another flight or a bus to Manta. I don't recommend taking the bus to Manta, but you can. I mean, that's just my own personal feelings about it. If you take the bus line, take the Riena, Reina, or is it Riena? It's one of those Riena bus line. That's supposed to be the best. Panama City, Florida, or Panama? No, Panama, the country of Panama. Copa Airlines is a big hub there. Yeah, Riena bus. That's it. La Riena. Kathy, I was flying. Hey, thank you. I don't know if you guys know, but I worked at American Airlines when I retired. Because I have so many points, but Copa flies from Orlando to Panama City to Manta. Yeah, easy trip. The Moon Coast and Santa Elena area. We went on our exploratory trip. Good for you. I'm glad you did that. And we just like that's good. Minimalist lifestyle. I don't blame you. 725 from GYE on La Reina. Yeah, see, that's it, folks. If you ride the bus, I mean, there is an advantage to taking the bus. You can save a lot of money. So 725. I don't even think you have to tip anybody either. Maybe a baggage handler. One thing about it, as a word of caution, if you take the bus, Put your luggage under the bus yourself. And if you have carry-on, keep your carry-on in your lap or right in front of you with your hand on it at all times. Raina, whatever. How's that? Whatever. Raina, Rihanna. There you go, Rihanna. Yeah, La Rihanna. I call it whatever I want to call it. How's that for grumpiness? Half price for grumpy. So for those of you that don't know it, this smartass here, Mark Berggraf is my buddy, lives close by. At least he has an apartment close by. At least he does for now. So I know him well. He's the one that I'm keeping his bread maker for him, and I've been making bread like crazy in it. So JetBlue, straight flight from Fort Lauderdale to Guayaquil. So if you go to Guayaquil, I do have some advice about going to Guayaquil. The Holiday Inn Airport is a nice hotel. It's right there. You come out of baggage and go straight across the parking lot and down the sidewalk, and you're in the hotel. Spend the night and then get the hell out of there the next morning. Don't stop. Don't collect $200 past go and all that stuff, you know. Still thinking leaving Monterey, or does that come and go with the mood changes? Yeah, it comes and goes with the mood changes, but who knows? I'll tell you what, Stella has a lot to say about what I'm going to do. So that's another video. The Seka cop. Hey, Mark, do you know the answer to that? Do they accept a dollar Sakagawi coin there? I don't know what that coin is. Yes, Mark says yes, they do. I probably have those coins and don't know it. I don't know if I even have one in my pocket right now. All my money's in my box, but I have to look up and see what that is. Saka Juiwa. Saka. Okay, that's it. So Ninden. Yes, I've seen that coin. I have some of those. You're absolutely right. So we've been live for 37 minutes now, and still got 36 people on board. I don't know how long to go here. I don't know. Let's see. It's 1:10 here p.m. here right now. It'll probably be my nap time in about 15, 20 minutes. So I'll probably be cutting it short soon. The hotel offers a taxi for $5 to drop us at the bus terminal. Yeah, that's a good deal. There you go. Phoebe, that's a good plan. Go straight to the bus terminal. Leave the hotel. Go straight to the bus terminal. Don't take a taxi. Take the shuttle. And the hotel's taxi is, I guess, would be the shuttle. Several rows of those dollar coins versus bringing a huge stack of $1 bills. I brought a huge stack of $1 bills. Just, that's a good question. I don't know which is better. The main thing, it's not so much about what to bring as it is what not to bring. Don't bring any $50 or $100 bills. Okay. The coins, yeah, like Ace says, the coins are preferable. You very seldom see the dollar bills anywhere here. I actually got one the other day, and I looked at it and thought, so what am I going to do with this? I didn't even think about the fact that it's just $1. But the coins, we all have the coins, and that's just what they use here. I'll say it again, don't bring $50 bills or $100 bills. You'll have fun trying to get rid of them. Do these lives more often? Well, I just might do that. Okay, Mark. See you later. Take some pictures. By the way, I got to say, folks, I don't know if everybody remembers, but a few months ago, I did a video about needing that part for the little GoPro camera. Somebody found one and sent it to me, and he sent it to me, and so far he won't let me pay him for it. He shipped it to me, and of course I had him ship it to my U.S. address in Florida, I had to pay shipping to get it here. But that solved such a problem for me. It's that he did that for me, and I'm not going to mention his name right now, just out of respect for him. Keep it anonymous, but the guy, that just shows you how great some of these you subscribers are. I got some of the best subscribers anybody could ask for. I'm saying that with them from the bottom of my heart. The people offer money. They offer to bring stuff for me. It's unbelievable how generous and some of you people are, and I really appreciate it. You just don't know how much it means to me. This part that he sent to me, I had the hearts. I couldn't find. I found one, and it was in the UK, and I couldn't get him to ship it to me. And it was only $25 part. But the guy that owns the camera was rather pissed at me because I broke his camera, and I should have returned it to him 6 months ago. And he wanted me to give it back to him broken and $200, and I just couldn't do that. So somebody stepped up to the plate, found the part, shipped it to me, and I got it yesterday. I repaired the camera, and I'm going to drop it off today, this afternoon, to a drop-off point, and that chapter will be closed. Okay, Daniel. Yeah, good question. Do a Q&A video with me and Stella. The hard part about that is getting Stella, getting her here and to settle down with me and get her to not be afraid to be in front of the camera. But I'll bring it up with her. Do I know anything about validity? So Yemi's asking me if I know anything about validity. Wow, I got to write that down. Never heard of it. I thought I knew everything, and apparently I don't. Where did that go? VALL. I don't know. DOLIDEC. I will look into that, and I'll answer it in a Q&A or the next TAT. I'm curious to know what people think about. Thank you, Judy. You just tugged at heartstring. She says, I am the best YouTube host. Oh, the car videos? Yeah, they're coming. Okay. I want to do some more. Okay. I'm actually going to do one. Maybe I should do that tomorrow. I'm going to do a car video of from the mall to the bus terminal to the airport and back. That'll be a good one. And I'll show the airport and bus terminal, and I'll do it. I get so many ideas thrown at me, and sometimes I get myself so involved in so many things. It's hard to remember all of these, but I will definitely do that. So you took $78 in quarters, dimes, 10 cents was perfect. Yeah. We paid. Of course, dimes and nickels and pennies, don't waste your time with them, folks. So many things get rounded off. You just bring dollars and quarters and 50-cent pieces, and that's all you need. Mike Room. My wife and I live your biz. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Mega deals done. The grand golden microphone. Thanks. David Clark. There's my buddy David. Car video idea. Doing donuts on the way. Doing donuts on the way out for donuts. Yeah, I can just see me doing that in my car. This car has a 1.5 liter turbocharged motor in it. I'm not even sure it's 4 cylinders. It might be 3. I'll tell you, man, I get some big hills. Like if I go to Santa Marinita, and I don't know what you folks know about Santa Marinita, but the entrance to the beach is at the bottom of a hill. So what does that mean? When you leave Santa Marinita and you come back to Monte, you got to go up that hill. And I have to stay in first gear, and I have to turn the air conditioner off all the way up to the top of that hill. If I go in second gear, so, but anyway, I get great mileage. So, I was huge mosaic lady. I did one, Judy. I featured the mosaic lady in a video a couple weeks ago. Didn't I? Maybe I didn't. Hi, Tracy. There's Tracy Watts. Good morning, Tracy. Okay. Quick question. Send me. Okay, you know what? I'm going to show you Santa Maria because I'm going to go down there and interview Linda Hooks from the Donkey Den. That's in the very near future. Tracy, does Ecuador have any time changes? No, ma'am. We don't. That's one thing I like about being here. And by the way, the sun rises around 6:30 in the morning and it sets around 6:30 in the evening every single day of the year. We are on the equator here. So no, there are no time changes here. You'll love it. But when you want to bring several $100s worth with you, too much can be a pain. I agree. Listen, I came here with $1,000 cash. Okay, $1,000 cash and a valid debit card. That's all you need. ATMs all over the place. If you have a Charles Schwab account, you can use the Bank of Guayaquil ATMs in the mall here in Manta or in Cuenca. They only charge $1.50 for transaction, and Schwab will reimburse you. I have to go. Okay, Richard, take care. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you on the next one. I appreciate it. Car sounds like it is over the. Yeah. David's making fun of my car, folks. Just see that motorcycle you had. If you want to make fun of stuff, I wish you'd come back down, buddy. What are you waiting for? Don't tell me it's not. Don't tell me you're waiting on money because we know you. I know you're loaded. Don for president. There you go. Well, I'll tell you what. If I was president, the United States would get an enema real fast. A nice cruise south of Manta would be scenic. Yeah. Yeah. South of Manta. Good thing. Funny you should mention that because I will be going to a Yumpie here in a couple of weeks. Don't tell Stella that because it's going to be a surprise for her. Whoops. Is Carmen okay? Haven't seen his. Yeah, Carmen's fine. Carmen dropped his GoPro in the ocean and he lost it. And he almost had a bad accident because his LVAD, the tube that goes into his chest cavity from the outside, when he tried to rescue his GoPro, he bent down his knee, hit this thing, and it broke loose and he bled and put himself at extremely high risk for infection. But he's okay. And he has another GoPro, courtesy of grumpy old Gringo. I happen to have an extra that I didn't need, and I let him have it. So he should be back in business. Okay. But yeah, to answer your question, yeah, Carmen's fine. He's fine. So. I'm running out of things to talk about. Got 42 people logged on here. Ace, how many people did you have the last time you did your live stream? You get a. I think you told me, and I don't remember now what it was. But anyway, okay. I think it's time to wrap it up, folks. I appreciate everybody joining. This has been fun. It's been a great test for me. I know what to do. Don't forget, now this coming Monday's video, I'm not going to tell you what that's going to be. Hi, Bob from Minnesota. How's the weather in Minnesota? I bet it's awesome. Smoking the rope makes one drop GoPros. I'm going to tell him you said that. I'm going to tell him to watch this, okay? Thank you, Tracy. It's good to see you here, too. 42 is a million live. We had a great time practicing Spanish, too. It's hot in Southeast Florida. Yeah, I know. I've been hearing about it. I do not envy anybody that's living in Florida right now. Not good. Too much humidity. I grew up in Texas and had humidity there, and I still don't think that the humidity in Texas compares to the humidity in Florida. It's unbelievable. So, okay, folks, I'm going to end it there. Thanks so much for joining. I'm going to go take my nap. I appreciate you joining. I like the fact this has actually been fun, and we'll do it again. Okay. So thank you so much. I'm going to sign off now, and I will see you guys on the next one. Okay. Ciao, ciao.